Hey guys, I did a video yesterday and the quality was really bad. I don't know why, but I'm going to replace it with this video because I thought it was a very important topic. Now, we're going to talk about how to find the best support and resistance levels, and we're also going to talk about a little bit about the ES particularly, because the ES and the indexes, gold, all that stuff, they're very, very, very hard to trade. I would never trade these in a live account. But based upon some findings that I've found recently, I decided today to open up a challenge account just to test it out. And you can see I made $3,000. But before we talk about support and resistance, I just want to go over all of my trading in penny stocks. If you're not following me on penny stocks in my room, I'll put a link to the description. And really, penny stock trading is really all about selection, trade selection, and finding the best support and resistance levels. Mostly resistance levels because we short the shit out of it. So here's my results over the past month. The up over 10, the past quarter up over 1,400%. And shout out to my boy Dan, who I love very much, brother at the Rug Pull Gang. I will put in a link to his room. But in the process uh, of trading penny stock, I noticed something that I'd never seen before, uh, and I thought, well, I wonder if it would apply to larger caps. I thought, well, of course it would. Why wouldn't it? Right? And we're going to talk about that right now, and that is finding the best support and resistance levels based on trapped traders. And I'm going to go through an example that I took today, why I took, and how I found those trap trades. Okay, so here's today's open. Now, first thing I want to do is I want to kind of zoom out here, and I want to look, okay, what's value doing? Now, if you don't know value, value is these profile levels here, and I can see that value has been dropping for the last several days. With the exception of Monday. So Monday was a strong day, Tuesday was a relatively strong day, but Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday so far, value's been dropping. And what I'm particularly looking for, and I do this with penny stocks too, so I'm looking for where are all the trap traders. Um, so a couple of ways you can find that is by saying, okay, if the market goes higher, okay, the market goes higher, who's going to be trapped in this market? Who's going to be trapped in this market? Shorts, okay? So what will happen when we get back to levels and areas where there's trapped shorts? What are they going to do? They're going to close their trapped shorts by buying, by buying. So when we have a price movement, and we don't know this till after the price, we have a pretty good idea where there's going to be trapped traders, and the opposite would be true for when the market goes lower, trapped longs, etc. So looking at today, as we came into today, I knew there was probably going to be a lot of trapped shorts in this general value here. Um, so I wasn't expecting, like, even though I took a short today, we'll explain why I took a short. But I was expecting a smaller type move if there were shorts. And I was actually thinking about buying anywhere down here. Right? So I had marked off this level. If we get down here, I'm going to be a buyer. But you can already see we got down to this level, and that's those trap shorts getting out. And that was during the London session last night. But coming into today's session, this was Monday. We had a different dynamic that was going on uh, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And what did we have on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Well, we had crap long. Why? Because the market was dropping, dropping, dropping. And when the market rallies, what happens to those trapped longs? What are they going to do? They're going to cover and sell their position. So even though I had this level down here, I also had drawn in some levels up here where those trapped longs would probably be uh, closing their shorts driving market lower, okay, especially with lower value. Now, one other thing that I like to do is I like to pull up, see if there's any low volume areas or volume areas where the market has some low volume. And you can see in this particular case, there was one right here. So I had, before the market opened, I had already this level, these two levels drawn off here for shorts. I knew that I wasn't going to hold on to the trade for a very long time because there were trap longs down. And that was my trade. Okay. Now, what I like to do is I also like to get some type of confirmation. I don't like to just blindly go into these levels. I waited for this candle here to print and I got my short. Now, if we get back down here, I might be a little bit higher. You might even think about taking long if you get a level, if you get a reaction off of the level. Okay. So now this is the ES. It's the hardest market in the world to trade, but this works phenomenally well on penny stock. Phenomenal. Okay. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I wanted to redo yesterday's video. It was a bit long, and show you guys how today I actually put it into work. I bought a challenge account. It's a 100K challenge account. I can only make 50% in a day. Otherwise, I would have made 6 grand today. Had to cut it off right at 3,000. And Monday, if I make another 3,000, then I'll pass and then I'll do. Don't ever trade the ES with real money. Okay. Don't ever, ever, ever do it. Okay. It's not worth it. All right. It's an extremely hard market. Fast. But yeah, that's what we did there. I'll put a link in the description to my chat room. It's free. I'll put a link to the rug pull gang if you want to do more about penny stocks. But also, here's my here's my results trading penny stocks. I could not be happier. Shout out to my boy Dan in Rug Pull Gang who taught me the single best money management strategy ever. You combine that with what I do, which is value trading, and you have the most powerful trading system on the planet. That's why I'm getting results like this in my penny stock. Okay. I'll also put a link here. You can follow me here. Support and resistance works on everything. The ES is hard, 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 hard. Don't trade it with real money. You want to fuck around with a prop account, excuse my language, apologize. You want to mess around with a prop account, nothing wrong with that. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you all. And love you all. Bye.